All right, so this is the first in a series of videos for our students as video references and for anybody else who might have an interest in what we're doing here. Some of these videos will be technique-oriented, some of them will be sort of principle or concept-oriented. But for this first one, I want to talk about sort of our general philosophy and our general approach to Hapkido practice here. So we do train with the sword here, not for its own sake, because I don't think anybody's ever going to attack us with a sword, and we're never going to be in a sword fight. But we train with the sword to generate some attributes. The first is mindset. I need to be proactive. So my goal, if we're facing each other with swords like back in the old days, my goal is to kill him, cut him down. His goal is to cut me down. I'm not going to concern myself necessarily with protecting myself from Brandon. He needs to worry about protecting himself from me. So that mindset of proactive, I'm the protagonist here, he's the antagonist. As he comes to cut me, I'm just going to cut him. I'm going to cut him down. That's the end of it. So we apply this to our empty hand Hapkido practice. We apply this to self-defense practice. We think of it as a predator-prey reversal. I'm not protecting myself from him. He's a target coming into my range. So that's the idea here, the mindset we're trying to develop through the use of the sword. The other thing the sword gives us is it helps us develop some composure. So if we're swinging swords at each other a lot, what happens is we begin to sort of get used to that weapon. It's not as intimidating. Therefore, my emotions don't come into play as much, and I have a better clarity about what my opportunities are in front of me. I can actually see what's in front of me. And the third sort of element of this is my posture. So with a sword, we're going to be somewhat bladed. We're not going to be standing square to each other. We're going to be bladed. And that's the same position we use for empty hand. Okay? So that's why we train with the sword. And what I want to talk about here is the way we train Hapkido in this particular school is no matter what the technique is, my mission or my goal or my first task as he's coming in with whatever he's bringing me, whether it's a grab or a punch or a kick, whatever he's doing, I have to stop his aggression before I can go to my technique. If I don't stop the aggression, I may not be alive to do my technique. So you'll see over and over again how we stop that aggression. The other thing is, because Brandon is going to usually bring a complex motor program as the attack, meaning he's going to chamber a punch or he's going to raise a sword or whatever it is, it's a complex move, I'm going to counter with a simple move. Okay, so we'll just demonstrate that now. Okay, so if I can end this right now, as Brandon's raising his sword, I train myself, I train myself to see as the sword starts to move, I come in. I don't wait until it's up, because if I do that, he cuts down, we both die on this line. So I need to train myself to notice as the sword first begins to rise, I come in and finish it. Now, if I want to be merciful, rather than stabbing him into the throat, I can make him pause and hold him in that position and make him think. If he sees the sword there and he knows he's going to die, he might stop. That's if I'm going to be merciful and give him a shot. If he rejects my mercy and cuts anyway, then I just move off the line and cut him. So that's our general way of approaching this, and that's the purpose of these exercises. We're going to look at this sort of, I'm empty-handed, he has a weapon, he's going to step and hit me, come hit me, bonk, okay. So you see, it's a complex move. He has to chamber the stick and then hit me with it. Okay, I'm going to answer with a simple direct movement, so let's go. Okay. Just sort of slow as he's coming, I hit, come around behind, break him down. So then you put the stick over. So that's the first version with the swords we can think of as a classical distance, meaning we both have weapons, so we're farther away because our weapons breach the gap for us. The second version that we just did is more of a traditional martial arts. So if we're doing karate or tang soo do, this is the distance that we operate from. At this distance, I can see clearly when he begins to move, and that allows me to move. So that's why karate rightly calls itself a defensive art. Okay? They say karate is for defense only, because at this distance, whoever moves first is going to lose. So at the end, so come back here. So at this distance here, let's do the self-defense distance. So what we might think of as modern or combative range, at this distance, meaning he can touch me without moving, so punch me. He can hit me without moving his feet. That's the sort of modern self-defense task. Whoever moves first is going to win. Whoever moves second is going to lose, all things being equal. So at this point, you guys have seen this video. It's made the rounds and everybody comments how important it is. There's a video about punch speeds and how if you're inside a certain range, your hands have to be up. And we'll insert that video here right now. And yet somehow people see this video and they really like it and they really comment on it and they say how important this is, and I don't really see it change anybody's practice. But in this school, once somebody's inside of this range, your hands have to be up, okay? So if Brandon goes to punch me, I'm on top of it right away, okay?